Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about potential due to an electric dipole. So we are going to discuss about potential due to an electric dipole. Let us consider the dipole. So here we have positive charge plus Q, and here we have negative charge minus Q, and these two charges, that is plus Q and minus Q, they are separated by the distance 2a. The distance between the two charges is 2a. Okay, and this point O is the center of the dipole. Okay, so this point O is the center of the dipole. And what is the direction of the dipole moment? The dipole moment direction will be always from minus charge to plus charge. Okay, so this is the direction of dipole moment. Okay, and here we are going to calculate what is the potential at a point P. Okay, so this is the point P where we are going to find the potential due to this dipole. Okay, so from the center of the dipole, okay, so this is the center of our dipole. Okay, and we are going to find what is the potential at a point P. Okay, so in order to find the potential, we should know what is the distance, because distance is a very important point here. Okay, so because based on the distance only the potential will vary. Okay, so now let us assume the point P, which is at a distance of r from the center of the dipole. Okay, and let us see what is the distance of the first charge, that is the charge plus Q, and the point P. Okay, so R1 be the distance between the charge plus Q and the point P. Okay, and similarly R2 be the distance between the charge minus Q and the point P. Okay, so now let us derive the equation for this potential due to an electric dipole. So we are going to derive the expression for potential due to an electric dipole. Okay, so potential due to an electric dipole. Okay, so we are going to consider two charges. What are the two charges we have? We have charge plus Q and we have charge minus Q here. Okay, and these two charges are separated by the distance 2a, and we are going to assume O be the center of the dipole. Okay, and we are going to calculate the potential at the point P, which is located at a distance of r from the center of the dipole. Okay, and the distance between the charge plus q and the point P is r1, and similarly the distance between the charge minus q and the point P is r2, and here this is the angle between the first charge and the point P where we are going to calculate the potential. Okay, and already we have discussed in the lesson what is the potential due to a single charge. What is the potential due to a single charge? Okay, so we know the general formula. What is the potential due to a single charge? V is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R. Okay, so in order to calculate the potential due to a dipole, what should we do? We are going to add the potential due to a positive charge and the potential due to the negative charge. So, what is the total potential due to a dipole? Okay, so the total potential due to a dipole can be written as Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R1, okay, minus Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R2, because R1 and R2 are the distances of the two charges from the point P. Okay, so let us take Q is common, right? So Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Let us take, this is our equation number 1. So we don't know what is this 1 by R1 and 1 by R2. So we are going to calculate this, what is 1 by R1 and 1 by R2. Okay, so in order to calculate that by geometry, what is R1 square? Okay, so R1 square is equal to, we are going to consider this triangle. Okay, so here actually the distance between the positive charge and the center will be taken as A, and similarly the distance between the negative charge and the center of the dipole will be taken as A, because the total distance between the two charges is 2A. So from the center to the positive charge is A, and similarly from the center to the negative charge is again A. Okay, so R1 square will become R square plus A square minus 2AR cos theta. Okay, and similarly we can write for R2 square also. R2 square is equal to R square plus A square plus 2AR cos theta. Okay, so here the value of R is very greater than that of A. Okay, the value of R is very greater than that of A. Okay, so we are going to neglect the higher order terms. Okay, so now let us rewrite these two equations. For example, we can take this is our equation number 2 and this is our equation number 3. Okay. So, this can also be written as so R1 square is equal to, take this R square as common. So what will you get here? 1 minus 2a cos theta divided by r plus a square by r square. Okay. And when we neglect the higher order terms, that is a square by r square, what will we get here? So we will get r1 square is equal to r square into 1 minus 2a cos theta divided by r, because the value of a square by r square we are neglecting here. Okay. So next we are going to take the square root on both the sides. Okay. So when we take the square root on both the sides, what will you get here? R1 is equal to R into 1 minus 2a cos theta divided by R the whole power half. Okay. Now let us take the reciprocal of this. So when you take the reciprocal, you will get 1 by R1 is equal to 1 by R. So when you take the reciprocal, what will you get here? This plus half will become minus half. Okay. So now we are going to apply binomial theorem here. Okay. So when we apply the binomial theorem here, this equation can be written as 1 by R1 is equal to 1 by R1 minus, this minus half will be inside the bracket now. Okay. So this is according to binomial theorem. Okay. So you will get like this. So this 2 and this 2, they both get cancelled. So this equation will become 1 by R1 is equal to 1 by R1. Again you have negative and negative there. So this will become plus. Okay. A cos theta divided by R. Okay. So this is our equation number 4. Okay. And similarly, we can do for R2 square also. Okay. So now let us consider R2 square. R2 square is equal to R square into 1 plus 2a cos theta divided by R plus a square by r square. Again we are neglecting the higher order terms. Okay. So what do we have here? We will have only r2 square is equal to r square into 1 plus 2a cos theta by r. Okay. So Again we are taking the square root on both the sides. R2 square is equal to, R2 is equal to R into 1 plus 2a cos theta divided by R the whole power plus half. Now we are going to take the reciprocal. So what will we get here? R2 is equal to 1 by R2 is equal to 1 by R 1 plus 2a cos theta divided by R. So this plus half will become minus half here. Okay. Again we are going to apply the binomial theorem here. So 1 by R2 is equal to 1 by R 1 plus, what do you have here? The power minus half, right? So minus half into 2a cos theta divided by R. Clear? So again these two will get cancelled. So what is the remaining term we have here? 1 by R2 is equal to 1 by R into 1 minus a cos theta divided by R. Okay. So this is our equation number 5. Now we got the values of 1 by R1 and 1 by R2. Okay. So we are going to substitute it in our equation. Okay. So now what is 1 by R1? 1 by R1 is equal to 1 by R into 1 plus a cos theta divided by R. Am I right? Yes. So similarly we have 1 by R2 is equal to 1 by R into 1 minus a cos theta by R. Okay. So in order to calculate the potential due to a electric dipole, P is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Am I right? So we are going to substitute the values of 1 by R1 and 1 by R2 in our equation. So P is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Substitute the values. Again in the values of 1 by R1 and 1 by R2, 1 by R is common. So we can also take it out. Okay. So what do you have? The remaining terms. We have 1 plus a cos theta divided by R. Okay. Minus 1 minus a cos theta divided by R. Okay. So this equation will become QV is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R 1 plus a cos theta divided by R minus 1 plus a cos theta divided by R. Okay. So this plus 1 and minus 1 they get cancelled. Then the total potential V will become V is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R a cos theta by R plus a cos theta by R. So we will get 2a cos theta divided by R. Okay. So V is equal to, what is this? Q into 2a. Actually Q into 2A is nothing but dipole moment. Okay. So we will get potential is equal to P cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. So this is the expression for potential due to an electric dipole. Okay, potential due to an electric dipole is P cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R. So here the potential which mainly depends on this part R square. Okay, that is potential due to an electric dipole which mainly depends on this R square, and also it depends on the angle theta also. Okay, so these are the two important terms which are very important here. Okay, so now let us consider some special cases also. What will happen when the value of theta is 0, 90 degree and 180 degree? If the value of theta is 0, that is when theta is equal to 0, what will happen to this potential? That is, the potential will become, what is cos 0? Cos 0 is 1, right? So, V will become P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. And similarly, when theta is equal to 180 degree, we will become minus P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. When theta is equal to 90, what is cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. Then potential becomes 0. Okay. So, when theta is equal to 0, then potential becomes V is equal to P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. These two are on the axis. Okay. And this is on the equatorial point. Okay. So, the potential becomes positive, that is when theta is equal to 0, and the potential will be negative when theta is equal to 180 degree, and the potential becomes 0 when theta is equal to 90 degree. Okay, let us see the conclusion now. V is positive for theta is equal to 0 and negative for theta is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so already we discussed in our derivation part. The potential in the equatorial plane, that is theta is equal to 90 degree, is 0. And these 2 points are again very important. The potential due to a dipole which depends not just on R but also the angle between the position vector R and the dipole moment vector P, because already I told you that P is equal to P cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. So, the potential which depends on two quantities here. One is the distance. The distance is nothing but R, and also it depends on the angle between the position vector R and the dipole moment vector P. Okay. So, the next point is the electric dipole potential. The electric dipole potential falls off at large distance as 1 by R square. As 1 by R square, because in the formula we have seen that V is equal to P cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. Okay. Not as 1 by R. Okay. So which varies with 1 by r square, not as 1 by r, and which is a characteristic of the potential due to a single charge, because we discussed that in a single charge. What is the potential due to a single charge? The potential due to a single charge is V is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. But the potential due to a dipole is P cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. Okay. Hope all of you understood this potential due to an electric dipole. Thank you, students.